Denny and Tanya, the snowflake, sits near collapsed Beef, who was under a moose. Denny explains what happened to him. At the lone moose, Wolf, Tobin, and rest of the family were having breakfast. Suddenly all of them got a text message from Mayor Pepper which says LERK Lotto. Ham throws the glass and acts crazy. All of them except Honeybee Shaw acts like him. She watches them confused. Beef came with his truck and honks. All of them ran towards him. Wolf carried confused Honeybee. Inside the truck she asks what's going on and they try to explain it to her. Aunt Dirt looked for them but couldn't find them. She thought everyone was dead and then went to take her weapons. Everyone was ready to attend a meeting. Londra gave a card to Beef as gratitude. Mayor gets a call. He tells the people there is good news and bad news. Then he explains, the good news is the spotters say the moose is the biggest they have ever seen, and the bad news is the moose has gone up Absalom's Pass. It's way off the road and a storm is due to hit in about 90 minutes and tells them they have to let this one go. The crowd became unhappy. Dorothy mentions Beef as a certain local hero and wants him to put on his cape, which made him think of himself as a superhero and agreed to volunteer to get that dead moose meat. Wolf and others try to stop him. Meanwhile, Aunt Dirt gets ready to fight. She saw Jerry at her gunpoint, but he was completely scared. She asks him if he was bitten by a zombie or something. He tells her no and told her he was going to meet his sister, but it was way too cold and nobody was in the town. So he came there, but there was no one there either. She says it's an apocalypse and wants him to gear up. He tells her he never used a real weapon, but in games he uses it daily. He wants to become friends with her, but she rejects him. They both started walking together in the forest and found Dorothy and Jim, but in green color. Beef slowly slid down near the moose and stood on the rock which stopped the moose to fall down, but it suddenly started moving. He jumped out but still held on to the moose. They both fell down. Denny took Beef's soul somewhere alone and talked to him, then shows him his life in Lone Moose. Aunt Dirt and Jerry took a small break while Gloria came in. The whole town was trying to find Beef. Denny was still showing him his life. Crispin joins Ham to find Beef. Judy asks her imaginary friend if she saw him. She tells her no, and Lisa Loeb and Ani DiFranco are on their way over for wine night and tells her she'll keep an eye on them. Denny shows some important and happy moments in Beef's life, then tells him to wake up. He woke up in real life and tried to move but he couldn't. He then threw the card which was given by Londra. By the sound from the card, they find him and try to remove the moose which was lying on him. He understood that he was completely stuck. He promises them that if he lives, he'll be a regular man instead of trying to become a Superman. The mayor was going to call someone for help, but Aunt Dirt with Jerry and Gloria came at the moment with a tank. She helped to move the moose on his body. They thought by using the tank they could bring the moose to the town, but the tank moved forward and crushed it. At the home, Beef and his family were enjoying the television. The mayor and others bring some meat for him.